Along with me is Mr. Max Fisher. He's been commenting the whole entire time since the tournament started, so let's hope we see a beautiful match. Miguel is playing fantastic, and so is Carlos. Carlos started with a break, and a little unlucky on the leave on the break, but can he go 2 cushions first? White ball, Max, maybe?
I didn't see which ball was that.
He's playing a yellow ball.
I think he can.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see the cushions. So now I think he's going to try. Wow, he's looking to draw off the white, long, short, long. And
one of the disadvantages of the monitor is you can't tell how far those balls are off the rail.
That is correct.
No, I thought he had a ticky there behind the red, but apparently not.
Well, he's playing cushion first, so I assume. Okay. Tough shot. Tough shot. Well, he left the balls close to each other, and he's got a pretty respectable bank here, Miguel. I don't know if he can play 5 cushions.
I don't think it would be a good idea.
Well, it's better to play from behind.
If you can, but it's too tough to get
so
back
you won't
there,
push,
I think.
Yeah, push the 2 balls in the corners for a better shot afterwards. The conditions are very, very clean. Tables are not long, but they're not short, maybe a little bit. But Gabriel's normally are a little bit short. He played it on the balls, huh? A little lucky on the kiss is okay. Now he can play 3 cushions off the red, maybe. Oh, he's
Probably
looking
at the bank, maybe.
Yeah, double a rail, huh?
Double a rail bank.
Yeah, short, long, short. Yeah.
Yep, that would be my choice.
It's a good choice. Except the balls are so close, it has a tendency to double kiss if he hits a yellow ball too full, huh? That's what I said. He hit the red ball too full. Okay.
This live streaming for the Invitational Champion of Champions is provided by MI Billiards. Live 2U streams. Support provided by Professor Cue Ball Promotions and the USBA. Special thanks to Steve Elzinga. And assisting Steve is Curly. They're the ones that are making this work.
He's playing the reverse ticky behind the white. Nice try. He hit it a little too hard. He was trying to play a little defense, which is good. Yeah, whenever you play a 10-footer shot like this, it's not so easy, so. What a beautiful shot, huh?
What a marvelous hit.
Kiss. Oops. Yeah, he hit it good.
In doing this for a day and a half now, I find that the players are continually surprised when some of these shots miss too sharp. They're expecting a make, and the ball comes straight off the long rails.
Yes. Oh. Well, so far the positions are not so good for both players, so, but it's early.
That was the way it was, and we just did your game, I think, because the last one was on the screen.
Yeah.
And, well, Sonny never really got started, and even you had a lot of tough leaves to contend with, too.
Yeah, I've been struggling this tournament a little bit, just because I haven't played a competition in so long. So it's not that easy when you don't play the competition of this caliber. He's looking at a bank, but I'm surprised he's going this way, huh?
Me too. This is
Yeah,
a bank
it's-
that he could make a good hit and still miss it.
Yes, I'm very surprised at this. Okay.
That's exactly what
You
I
see?
meant.
I mean, he had it perfect and miss. I don't understand the selection. Okay. Well, maybe he was hoping to hit it thinner, but
Well, I'm sure that was the case, but
yeah.
it was a difficult angle.
Yes.
Maybe he would rather go that way than stroke the other way. I don't know.
Carlos is going to play 5 cushions. Long, short, long, short, long. Oh, too long. Ah. Yeah, too long. Okay. He was hoping the table will help him in the shot, for the table being a little bit short, but
Well, if it was a little slower, it might have made it, I think. With the same angle, it would have come more
yeah,
straight
I think
off.
he went too deep on the
I know
on
he
the
did,
long
but
cushion.
he
Yeah.
almost made it.
Yes. I think he has a nice shot here. Spin. Thin ball. Perfect, I think. Or it's
Be
too short. No, it's the beginning of the game normally. Ah, okay.
No slider there.
Yeah, they don't have much slide on them, so it's
Well done.
nice shot. But he hit it too slow. I think I mentioned my point early on yesterday about when Carlos shoots. Sometimes he shoots so slow that he gets locked up behind the ball, and I think he should be a little bit more aggressive with his stroke. But that's the way he's been playing for as many years as I've known him. So too long, huh? You notice he's not freewheeling. He's playing careful. Miguel missed the short cushion. He was trying to go as deep as he could to double the rail, but
I'm looking at the game down on the other table for a moment, and it looks to me like they're still the bottom of the first inning, and probably Hugo started with a 10. You can see that they're in the first inning. Scores 10-1.
yes.
No, I think.
Uh-oh, a little bit lucky. A little bit lucky, that's okay. Hit a good left-handed.
No, he's.
Carlos hasn't played competition in so long, and he hasn't been playing much at all, but I'm surprised that he's playing as good as he's playing, so.
The other table, he's on a run of 11, Pedro, and still shooting.
Pedro is on a run of 11, still shooting. Pedro is playing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
He's made number 12.
How did you know that?
I'm watching him.
Okay.
I can catch a bit of that table from here, then I watch the scoreboard change. If you sit here as long as I've been doing this, you look for all the edges you can get.
Nice shot. Carlos just made a beautiful shot.
It's 3 for him this inning, I believe.
Very nice. Very nice. When Carlos gets on a roll, he's so difficult to beat, huh?
$13 for Pedro. $5 for Carlos. Things are picking up here.
Wow. Carlos on a run of 5. Six. Seven. Beautiful shot. How many did he run over
14.
there, man?
Just missed the 15th.
Yeah. And what's Carlos on?
This is Carlos' 8th, I believe.
Beautiful. We have Merle Hughes here. He just got our lunch. Carlos is on the run at 9.
Nice. 10. The sound magnifies from there.
Carlos on the run at 10.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, huh?
I don't know what.
He's
He's going to try to thin it
Yep.
and play through cushion, but there's a chance of a kiss. Yep.
Well, I can see why,
Nice
why
shooting,
he's
Carlos.
disappointed. Everybody's. It was a beautiful run, and he had tried a very difficult shot there.
Miguel is looking at the yellow ball. Maybe he goes long, short, long. Cross table. Nice shot. Carlos just ran a nice 10, huh?
Beautiful. Clean as a whistle, too, I think, if I remember correctly. He did start with a backup, but I think that shouldn't deduct anything.
It looks like a 4-cushion shot. Short, long, short, long.
I agree.
That's tomato on you. Tough leave here for Carlos. Very nice try. Mr. Bayer. Miguel King seems to get it going yet. And head off the red, 3%. Beautiful control shot, very nice. Too long, huh? Yes. He didn't like it when he missed it.
Would you have gone that way or gone the other way?
I would have won the other way, but
Me too.
I'm surprised at this choice, huh? I don't know why he's not playing off the yellow, but wow, he missed a kiss, huh? Barely.
I can hear you chewing.
Okay. Three cushions off the red. Nice. Very good. 5 cushions out of the red. Oh, he's played 3 cushions. Too long, maybe?
Yes, too long.
Yeah, those tables, first and second cushion, they react okay, and then the third cushion usually opens up, and it just, that's how the Gabriels are made, but yeah, this choice here is not so easy. You know, he can bank 3 cushion, or can play off the red ball, I think. 3 cushions.
I think, yeah, I think the latter one off the red ball.
Yeah. He played outside of the ball, huh? That's different. Maybe he can see the red ball. Wow, he just barely missed it.
As you know, it takes a lot of help to run these tournaments, not only from people, but from sponsors. Some of the sponsors that help here are Alan Hopkins Production, Professor Cue Ball Promotions, Gabrielle Tables, Ivana Simonis Cloth, Kamui Tips, Longoni Cues, and USBA.
Yeah, without the sponsors, it's very difficult to do anything.
We have individual sponsors too. Alan Hopkins, Bob Jewett, Paul Frankel, Dave Levine, Dennis Diekman, Grom H. Rod, George Hart, Bruce Warner, Bob Watson, Andrew Ian Quinto.
Gianquetto.
Gianquinto, that's a J. Okay, I've been reading it the whole time. Philippe Rezon, Juan Alzade Sowers, Ray Raskin, Thomas Thompson, Jim Shovak Mason, Shuney, and Bill Worrell. Everybody concerned with this tournament thanks these sponsors.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do it again. A year after year, you know. Look at this position, Max. The red ball is so small in the corner, and he can't even reach to do anything of either side.
Can he kick it back? Yeah,
he's going to try to go red first, but he's hoping not to get a double kiss. So, yeah, that's why. And look at this leave. That's probably the only position he can actually have to make this big.
Yes.
When the red ball's so small in the corner.
Yeah, you
so.
gotta, when you're Carlos, you gotta be kicking yourself here at that point.
But it's also easy to miss, you know. The kiss, maybe? Oh, missed the kiss. And missed the short. That's how small it is, huh?
Wow.
So. He's playing outside of the ball, short, long, short, with a little bit of reverse. No, too much. Normally, if you hit the shot, normally you get good position and a good safety. Steve, the cameraman, told me to be away from the microphone. I'm too close to it. Oh,
You know, there's the same hit as the last time he was up, but he was a little bit slower there.
yes. Nice shot.
You get hollered at, Mason, here?
Excuse me?
Did you get hollered at by Steve?
No, he just told me you're too close to the microphone. Miguel loves the shot, I think. Too full.
I've got 13-6 in 11 innings. Favor Carlos Allen.
Carried this for half a mile.
Carlos made a nice shot, but it seems like this red ball doesn't want to leave that corner, huh, Max?
Well, I think if you hit the balls too hard, you're going to miss that ball in the corner, unless you're right on it.
Yeah. He's going to try to hit it with more speed this time so he can hopefully get the red ball out of the corner. He's got a nice position to do it.
Here we go.
He got some of it out. I think he can play this shot. 4 cushions off the right. 3 cushions off the right, I'm sorry. He's playing off the white. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that he is. Now he's had time to think about it, and he may go the other route.
I think you heard me.
I think one thing Sang Lee told me, he said, we try to shoot off the closest ball to you as much as you can.
I agree.
And that's, I think, what Carlos is doing here. Wow. What a nice effort. That's the only problem playing off that red ball, unless you hit it a little harder. Bring your ball down the table. I guess he's going to bank this, huh?
Yeah, I think he's going to play 3 cushions only.
Yeah.
Long, short, long.
Mm-hmm. As we get a little bit of a slowdown, I'll read you the standings as of this point. Boy,
Too long, huh? Wow.
that's sort of surprising there. Jay Cho is 2-1. Hugo Patino is 1-1. Miguel Torres 2-0. Mercedes Gonzalez 0-3. Pedro Bena is 2-0. Mason Shuney is 1-2. Sonny Cho is 1-2, and Carlos Allen is 1-1. Those that have only played 2 games are in the process of playing their 3rd games right now. He didn't shoot it, right? That's his first shot.
Nice shot, Carlos. Carlos is going to play 3 cushions.
I think so. Oh, he's going 5.
They want 5. Much safer 5 cushions. Yep. Very nice speed, huh? There's no hole there, is there, Max?
Yeah, no hole for
Yeah.
Carlos. A hole for you, Mason, but not for Carlos.
For sure.
But you're starting to close those holes up, though. You get a little bit more confidence, and you'll be riding strong.
Not too fast.
I don't quite understand that play. Wouldn't it be just as easy to hit it easier and play it 3 or 4 rails?
I know. Sometimes when you're in a game, you don't.
You had to really hit that thin to get that long,
Mm.
especially at speed. Unless he saw a kiss in the way in there, which there is one.
I want to mention that after I finished my last match with Sonny Cho, I got a text from my cue maker, Ron Kilby, and he said the one had a nice game, and so I wanted to reply to him. I couldn't have done it without your cue, but I have one of the nicest cues he ever made, and I'm very pleased with it. So if anyone is interested on looking for Ron Kilby, you can go to karamcues.com, and he has many new variety and a new website that is beautiful to watch. So karamcues.com.
I see Michael Kang just walked into the room. He's a spectator. Michael is owner of Karam Cafe in New York. Beautiful room. 10 bare oven tables. Yeah.
Do you know what the score is so far, Max?
I've got 17-7 in favor of Carlos.
How many innings?
We're in the bottom of the 14th inning. Now he's got 8.
Okay.
I'm going to verify that with a scoreboard as soon as we get somebody to send us an answer.
I think he missed you.
Early.
(18-8). Carlos favored in 14 innings.
Okay.
Thank you, Curly. Sorry, folks, that we can't see the score from here, and every now and then we have to get someone's attention to get our score. So, but we're trying. I shouldn't say we. I think Max is trying. So, I'm just filling in for a few minutes. This is a 5-cushion shot. It's maybe 7 cushions actually, but this, can he make it long? I don't know. He played up and down. Wow, what a great shot that is. Nice shot, Carlos. I didn't see what he was doing, Max. Wow,
Well, it was tough to tell there because he was going to have to hit it just as hard if he goes the way you mentioned.
Yes.
You know, sometimes the audience gets fooled. Now, that was a very good shot, and the audience was sitting on their hands.
Very good.
You know, sometimes the people watching, myself included, don't see the shot the way the player plays it, and we don't approve so much.
He hit this one nice, Max.
Carlos has been hitting it nice the whole game. I think he's this point certainly the score reveals it, but I think he's playing better than Miguel.
Beautiful. Miguel is undefeated. He's on 2-0, correct?
Yes. That he is. With an average of 1.7.
I think he went too long. He
Yeah.
didn't like it when he hit it. Okay. But he's playing so deliberate, huh, Max? He's not leaving much to shoot on at all. So now they're taking a break. And they must have heard me. I really want to use the restroom. Excuse me.
Carlos is playing was very good for a very long time. His game has withstood many years of good play. We're in the middle of a very short break. Usually the players will take their break when one of them reaches halfway, which is 20 points. And Carlos just finished inning 15 where he reached 20 points. Nice to watch the numbers go up. 13 innings, and I have Carlos Alon 20-8 over Miguel Torres. When the balls are lined up in a row like that, it's very rarely anything there that you can feel comfortable with. We'll get up there and rifle that shot very quickly. Nicely done. All right, Carlos. Negotiated the kiss very well. I don't know if he can see it or hit the white ball from where he is. I think he can hit it, but I don't think he can get enough to get it, to bring it back around the table. Well, he had no problem with that at all. Carlos thought he had that one made. As did I. I have 23 to 11. Favorite Carlos at the end of the 19th inning. Well done. Very nice ticky there. Ticky itself was not difficult, but making sure that kiss ball got out of the way was a little bit of a problem. game on table 2 is 34-9 favor Pedro Buena over Hugo, and he's still in the bottom of the 12th inning, Pedro. Hugo Patino's getting a bird's eye view of Pedro playing at his finest here. Miguel just can't seem to get things started where he can gather and run some billiards. missed one. This game is 24-16 in 23 innings. Favorite Carlos Helon. That's 2 for Carlos. Miguel, before this game, averaged for his first 2 games 1.702. And unless he gets a big run in here, that average is going to take a beating, although it's a very lofty average anyway. Very nice. Two rail first bank. Reverse English. And not much of a reward. That's two. Great effort. An interesting play there. Just a little bit. No, he's got it. Good work. That was a very good shot, Carlos. I thought he was a little bit too high, but came out perfect. I didn't think Carlos would miss that bank. He's a veteran player, assistant player. That bank was just made for that. That's three for Carlos in this inning. Chance to continue. The outside of the white, short rail. Oh, you want the inside. That's four. Boy, that's beautiful. Beautifully done. Five. I didn't think he was going to go for that rail there. I thought he was just going to try to play three rails. I learned something there. me say that tomorrow night at 9 o'clock here, we'll be streaming a trick shot demonstration by Miguel Torres, who is very proficient at that. I think you'll all really enjoy that show. Carlos has got a little bit of work cut out for him with this leave. Wow, what a nice effort that is. What a great shot. I never fail to learn something whenever I see Carlos play, whether I'm playing with him or just sitting watching him. It's 2 innings in a row I learned something from him. That was another beautiful shot by Carlos. Miguel just can't get an edge. His shooting close to scoring, and I can't get a rub on him on the ball. You'd wonder if you could keep missing it that close. You would think you should start making them that close. Miguel Torres is not happy with himself on that hit. It looked like he just sort of rushed the shot a little bit. Very nicely done. You can see where just about every player you see draws the ball so well. And, it helps a lot. It helps to create angles that maybe weren't there if you didn't draw the ball like that. And that was certainly one of them. Carlos took a little trip around the table. I think he probably will go back to his first choice. I could be wrong here. If he wants to try to get his third rail down by that red ball, that's an awful, awful small target. I think, well, can only guess at what he's looking at now. Maybe he's going to play rail first into the white ball so he can get his third rail. Yep. Not a bad thought. Got a good crowd here. People are standing watching as well as all the chairs being taken. I think the interest in billiards, three-cushion billiards, is getting bigger and bigger. We do need some people to teach younger players, especially younger pool players who are interested in cue sports. Nothing more fun and more challenging than a good game of three-cushion. people that are running this tournament are taking all care in the world to explain to people what's going on. For those that ask questions, they're getting very informative answers, which is great. Very ambitious, but he had nothing much to shoot at. That was something beautiful by Miguel there. Another dandy. Nobody is leaving each other. No one is leaving the other anything to get started with here. Shots like these are what I call average wreckers.
Amazing showing he's back. It was the end of the game. How'd the game go?
Actually, nobody knew you were going because I was imitating you.
You were imitating me?
Yeah, when it was your turn to talk, I would talk like you.
Why?
I wanted people who like you so much to continue to hear you.
Well, thank you, Max. How's Carlos playing?
Carlos is playing nicely, but there are just no shots coming up.
Yeah.
Miguel is just he can't buy a break, and he keeps missing shots so close.
Also, he's not getting good shots here, huh?
No, not at all. And I haven't watched Miguel that often, but he seems, in some cases, to be shooting very fast. Once he gets over the ball.
He's looking at a +2 shot. No, he's playing cross table.
Very ambitious.
Oh, nice try. Huh. Look what he He left Carlos quite a bit of shots here. Well, I don't know. This is. It looks like a good shot if you can control the kiss. He hit it good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Huh, that was playing short.
Well, it looks like Pedro Bueno has sort of increased his average a little bit. He made 40 billiards in 18 innings.
Well, he hasn't had a game under 20 innings yet. He's averaging over 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miguel is missing everything so far.
I was kidding him yesterday, saying that the first part of his game he had 30 points in 8 innings. He said, "Well, I'm not a 3 average player."
Yeah, which is a good answer.
A
Yeah.
very good answer.
Yeah.
I said, I felt like saying, "Well, how do you know if you don't keep trying?" But he's got a nice personality and a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he does.
Pedro.
Yeah. Nice shot, Carlos. Beautiful. +2 here, short, long, long. Not so much English. The ball has no slide, huh? Towards the end of the game.
All the time.
Yeah. Towards the end of the game, usually there isn't nothing left on the balls. Table has gotten dirty also, so. Miguel, one shot.
See what I mean? How fast he shot that shot.
He didn't even look. 3 seconds and he shot it. That's a lack of confidence. Normally, if he's playing good, he'll look at it for more than 15, 20 seconds. So.
Nice crowd in here, Mason.
Yeah, we have a beautiful crowd. A lot of the pool players are enjoying the event. We have the camera lady, Angel, her name. I've known her. She's walking around. She's beautiful. Just loves the game. A lot of the pool players here love the game also.
I think the showings that we have here is going to go a long way and maybe bringing us back here again next year.
Yes, that would be awesome. I think we're going to get nice exposure in this event. So a lot of the pool players are talking about it. So
It's
that's a
very
nice shot he
very
just made.
nice.
Beautiful shot.
It's actually a different culture.
Yes.
They walk in here and they look around and they see people that dressed in formal attire and chandeliers in the room and beautiful carpeting on the floor.
Oops. That wasn't his best.
When I was a young fella, just learning, I was maybe 18 years old. I've been playing pool for a couple of years.
Who's that?
Me, I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
And there was a group on the other side of the room that had glass partition.
They had what?
They played in a glass partitioned area. And that always interested me. What are they doing here? And I noticed every afternoon they were there, dressed in their suits and their white shirts and a tie.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said that they're playing three-cushion billiards. And I said, well, maybe this is what I want to do for a hobby.
And you did.
I never played pool after that. I learned how to play three-cushion. That's been probably 60 years ago. Still learning now.
We all are.
I just tossed that little personal tidbit in there because of the total cultural difference at times.
How do you hit this, Max?
Perfect.
Beautiful shot.
What do you do? Hurt his shoulder? Carlos is wincing here. He hurt his shoulder. That's what happens when you get a little older. He's playing so nice, too. I call him the Silver Fox. You'll see how much that shoulder is bothering him on this shot.
Well, he shot left-handed last shot. That's why he felt it. How do you hit this one, Max?
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Playing for one, if
Yes,
I'm correct.
Yes, he is.
I like it.
Oh, he did good too. He really thought he made it, huh?
Yeah.
He did nice. You notice he's leading by as many as 16 or 15 or 16?